Hello, my name is Dalivast. It's been about 3 years now since the Klungo invasion started. I've managed to survive this long because I learned about the different Klungo variants. I've decided to make this video so that others can learn how to survive the Klungoing. The first variant we'll deal with is the Klungo naval unit, otherwise known as the crab Klungo. They are easily identified by their crab appendages and adorable crab hats. You'll mainly find these Klungos near big bodies of water. In my time surviving, I've learned that the best way to deal with these Klungos is to distract them with other crustaceans. Crab Klungos are big flirts and won't pass up the chance to hit on some sea life. Now, finding a crustacean may be a bit harder with the Great Luna Crab expedition that took place during the first year of the invasion, during which Mars caretaker Luna loaded many different ships with all the crustaceans they could, so that they could live on the terraformed Mars. The second variant we'll deal with, and the most terrifying variant in my opinion, is the spider Klungo. The spider Klungo or arachnid Klungo has 8 legs and can stick to almost any surface. You may be thinking to yourself that a Klungo the size of a spider doesn't sound that bad, and you'd be right. The problem is that the spider Klungo variant is about 6 to 7 feet in length. That, in addition to it being able to jump about 15 feet in the sky, makes this Klungo the most terrifying variant in my opinion. So here's the trick to dealing with these Klungos. You'll want to try and distract this variant of Klungo with cheese. It doesn't matter if this cheese is fresh or really old and stinky, this variant can't get enough cheese. The only problem I can see you running into is that cheese, a very valued resource these days with the abduction of most of Earth's cows. Apparently the Klungo Empire switched to a mostly dairy diet shortly after invading Earth. The third variant we'll deal with is the crowned Klungo, not to be confused with the supreme ruler Emperor Clungo. The crowned Klungo variants are most noticeable by the high number of hands that are all over their body. The hands all over their body aren't just for show. Somehow the increased number of hands all over their bodies has increased their perception and senses to a much higher degree. Despite these Klungos having a much higher perception than the rest of Klungo variants, it is my opinion that this type of Klungo is the easiest to deal with. To distract a crowned Klungo, all you need to do is play some quality jazz. Something about jazz music gets these variants so entranced, they could spend hours just vibing to it. The fourth variant I'll cover is the average Klungo variant. There isn't much to say about this variant when compared to the rest. They seem almost human-like but at the same time so alien. This variant is what you'll find in an average patrol and is the one that poses one of the greatest dangers. For you see, while this variant is pretty average in most ways, this is the variant that carries around the klungo-ification rays. These rays will slowly convert any living being it finds into a Klungo. I've lost many friends to klungo-ification, but that's a story for another time. The last type of Klungo I'll talk about, and probably the most important one, is the supreme ruler Emperor Clungo himself. This one is harder for me to talk about as we used to be good friends. This Klungo is the one that commands all the other Klungos absolutely. Everything the Klungo Empire does is part of his master plan, although if I'm being honest, I doubt he has much of a plan. You know, it's funny, this one time, wait, uh-oh, looks like they found my new hiding spot. Smell ya later, Klungo survivors.